Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Adeduni, aka Dunsto, and I talk on lifestyle, vlogs, immigration, and any video you want me to talk about. Seriously, why am I here? That's what I do. That's how we move. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for the love shown to me on my last videos. Like, I was just so happy, and the questions. Yeah, I said you people should ask me questions, and you people went all out. But at least I think to a reasonable extent, I've been able to answer, if not all, because I'm like pap on my phone as you're dropping pap. I've not been able to answer some, and that's because probably I've not figured out maybe the best answer to give yet, or I just didn't want to, say something out of place. But, trust me, at least I've answered over 80%. Yes, I can say that I've answered over 80% of questions. And please do not stop asking questions, because there's no foolish questions. There's no silly questions. Just ask anything. Don't be shy, please, because if I'm even unable to answer, some people in the comment section will even answer you. So you're in luck. So today I'm going to be talking about two things, right? I'm going to be talking about, it's part of the questions I got. I had people ask me about how much did you spend? Let me know how much I want to save. Someone was even like, I want to be keeping 5,000. And I'm like, they play my fans because really 5,000 every month. Stop it. But okay, so I'm just going to tell you the different parts or the different route to become a permanent resident and how much I spent for the process. So I feel like that those two videos should go hand in hand. I wanted to separate it, but I felt let me just record it together, so the part, the one you want to go for, or the one you want to apply for, and then the amount. But everything is going to be based on my own expense, especially the amount, and I'll be using the amount at that time. But I think I have some recent prices. But then let's just start with the part. Yeah, good. Get your pen and paper. So the first part, or the route I'm going to be talking about, is the newest recent part, which is the caregiver part, or the caregiver route. And it was announced, I think, June 6, 2024, this month. So what this means is that the government of Canada has announced that there's going to be a route for caregivers. Actually, there's been a route before, right? But they're just going to stop that now and start a new one. And this new one is going to give people permanent residency on arrival. So as you're getting to Canada as a caregiver, you are going to get a permanent residency. So I feel like this is the first one that, if you can jump on this one, jump on it. Like, that's why I'm starting with this. Go and jump on it. If you're a caregiver or you want to be one, get your certifications, evaluate your results. You already know that process now. Evaluate your results, get some. The certifications are very important, because I noticed in Canada, right, for you to be a caregiver, you must have the basic certifications like your CPR and maybe PSW course. Get all of that, so that by the time they start, I think they're going to start they're going to start September. So when they start September, that you already have your documents evaluated. I will drop the link to so that you guys can read more about it. But I feel like the basic requirements are just so small, because I think CLB4, and that means like very easy score. CLB4 is very easy score in your IELTS or your English testing. So jump on that. So that's the first one. I just wanted to take it down to clear the way. So that's like number one way of becoming a permanent resident in Canada. The next one I'm going to talk about is the 3 subcategories of the express entry. The first one is Canadian Experience Class, Federal Skilled Workers, and Federal Skilled Trade Program. So I'm going to explain it. So the first one is Canadian Class, right? For that one, right, you have to have a Canadian experience, a Canadian work experience. If you've worked before for at least a year in Canada, maybe, I don't know. Some people, I know people work from Nigeria. They work from Nigeria and get remote jobs in Canada. If you've done that, jump on that offer now. Like, you might be eligible for the Canadian Experience Class. Get your documents evaluated, just the normal process, and you find out if you're eligible. Don't worry, I'm going to drop the links below, so don't worry. In case you don't understand, you'll understand later. The second one is the Federal Skilled Trade Programs, and that one is, if you're qualified as a skilled trade. The part about this is that you have to get a job offer right? You have to have a job offer or a certificate of qualification that shows that yes, so this person, you're actually skilled for this, job or this profession. The third one is the federal skilled worker, which was the one I did, Leah. This allows foreign nationals from all parts of the world to apply, like all different courses, right? Different professions, anything, you can just apply. But now there has been a recent update, and the federal skilled worker has been categorized into like 5. So if you are on here, God, if you are in this category and you are just here looking at me and you don't want to start something, because what I tell people, I just tell people that this, I don't know, I'm not a seer or anything, but it might not be for so long. You might think like, oh, this is going to be for a long time, and it might not be for so long. So it's better you start from somewhere now. So now I'm going to explain this, right? For this federal skilled worker, there has been a separate categories, right, which is called the STEM route. It is category based. So number 1, French language proficiency. If you know you can speak French, you know me, I cannot speak French. Everybody knows that. Even you people know that I can't speak French and I can't learn it. But if you know you can speak French, please, what are you waiting for? Go and write the French exam. Get your documents evaluated. Apply. They do draws like almost every time now. Apply. If you can speak French, please, don't be using your French to buga anybody. Go and put it in good use, right? The second one is healthcare occupations. Healthcare occupations except pharmacists for these federal skilled workers, right? Because I don't know why they remove pharmacists. I'm a pharmacist, I'm pained, I'm hot, I don't know, but there are quite a number of professions: chiropractors, pharmacy technicians, pharmacy assistants, doctors, medical practitioners. It's a lot. I'm going to leave the link or show you as I'm talking about it. All nurse aides, nurses. Why are you guys sleeping on this? Once you start and apply, except like I always say, there's no rush. I'm not trying to force anybody, because I don't want someone to say, because you've jackpot now want everybody, you're not force putting pressure on. I'm not putting pressure on, but I just feel like if you really, really want to, this is a very good opportunity for you. Do you understand? The third one is the science, technology, engineering, and maths. This one, all engineers. Oh God. I think someone was asking me what the person can evaluate. I think I said West. Go and do that West now. Engineers, mathematicians, and statisticians, right? Then web developers, tech, cybersecurity, data analysis, data this, data that. If you are in tech, you see these people that are even in tech, I don't know, I have beef with you people, because there's so many routes for you people to use to like tech, mathematicians, engineers. Just, it is permanent residency. If you're eligible and you do everything right, you're going to become a permanent resident of this country. Don't sleep on this thing. All these things, it won't be on for long ago. The next one is the trade occupations. Carpenters, plumbers, electricians, machine field fitters, welders. Like, go and read about it. Read more about it. If that is what you see, it is in Nigeria that if people look down on well, not like, let me rephrase, not like look down, but people just see carpenters, plumbers as, what are they doing? My dear, I don't just want to say that some plumbers are making more money. Like even me, I was telling my friend that if I knew, maybe I should have maybe learnt one skill, maybe like plumbing or electrician or something, or maybe someone that does deck, so that I will be making money, because those people are charging per hour and they are making, and by the time they want to repair something for you, right, before you even say jack property, they are done and you have paid them $100, $50, like, do you understand? So don't think, it is a very it's not all that good. I bet, what am I going to come and you people are hot cake actually. Then the other one is transport occupations. So this one is truck drivers, if you can drive a car. If you can drive a truck, deck officers, railway cavemen, jump on it. And the last one in this category is agriculture and agri-food. occupations. So these ones are the butchers, contractors, supervisors, horticulture service, all of that. If you're in this category, but I feel like the ones that we're going to be very, very, very familiar with is the French. If you can speak French, please go, because they do. So now what they do is there's now a STEM draw. You know that the other draw is like 500 or something, like I explained the other time. Like that's for all other professions, but these ones, they're like hot cake. They do their draws like before you know it. Don't sleep on it. Start from somewhere. The route to become a permanent resident is provincial nomination. So in my story, you know that I use the express entry through provincial nomination, right? So for this provincial nomination, it's into two categories, right? Express entry and the non-express entry. The one I use is the express entry. So I got my 600 points from the province of Ontario and I added it to what I had already had in my express entry. I had 475. I added my 600 points and I got 100 and something. But for the non-express entry, no, you don't need to open an express entry profile. You don't need that at all. You just go directly to their province. So you check for all province. What if you meet their criteria? If you're eligible, then you apply through their province. Do you understand? You're not going through the longer routes like I did. I had no choice because it was pharmacy and they removed pharmacy already. Thank God for Ontario. So for this provincial nomination, all province, they're actually doing provincial draws, but the ones I'm very, very familiar with is Manitoba, Ontario. They do draws for healthcare, they do draws for tech. Ontario's do draws for foreign skilled workers. So please go to their page. I think it's ontario.ca. Go and check it, go and read about it. They are still doing their draws for healthcare and tech. I see all these tech people, you people, I've got my eyes on you. Yeah, I've got my eyes on you. So go to their page, and so if you already have an express entry profile, make sure you select all provinces so that they can send you a nomination or a notification of interest letter. But if you don't have an express entry profile, right, go to your page, apply directly. You understand? So all for non-express entry, right, it means you don't need to enter the pool. You don't need to enter the pool. You apply directly on the province. Alberta, they do. Manitoba, I think Manitoba, if you get a point for a friend, if you have a friend or a family, all of that. Then Saskatchewan, yes, those ones they even do. I think I applied for that one time like that, but I didn't get to the cutoff point. So just look at these things, look them up. That being said, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. Now I would always answer. So now we're going to be moving to how much I spent. So I've had a lot of people say, how much did you spend in all of your process? I want to have an idea. I want to have a rough estimate. It's going to help me plan this and this and that. I knew we'll need somebody to help us calculate because I did not total it actually, but I'm just going to start. And note that these prices are because of my profession, and it also varies to the number of people. If you're coming with your partner and you want to have your partner, that your partner you're going to pay for proof of fund for two people. For me, as a single applicant, I did not pay for two. I paid for just one. So the first thing is my language. I think this is even also going to help know the things you need to. So if you can just write it down, the things that you need to the things that you need to pay for. So for my language test, right, the IELTS. So there are different types now. There's IELTS, there's CELPIP, I think, if that's the correct pronunciation. You can also do French if you know how to do French. But for me, then I wrote my IELTS, I think 80,000 naira, and I wrote IELTS 3 times, right? So it was 80,000 naira, but now IELTS is 256,000. I think that's even for IDP. British is probably 260 or thereabouts. So weigh your options. So the next thing for me, I told you that I didn't go to West straight. I did not evaluate with West because I am a pharmacist, so I evaluated through the Pharmacist Examination Board of Canada. So the first thing is for my NIPRA ID, I paid 350 Canadian dollars. So then Canadian dollar was not up to 1,000 then, but I paid 350, but now it is 380 Canadian dollars. Then the next thing I did was my PEBC fees, which I paid 675 Canadian dollars then, but now I think it's about 700 and something, 720 Canadian dollars. So please confirm that. Yeah. Then the next thing I did was my transcript. So for my school, right? Yeah, there's the option of express, transcript, and the normal one that would take time. But I wanted express, so I did express. I think the woman collected, as at then, was it 70K from me? Yeah, for express, right? But now I have a friend that did it recently, maybe 100 or 90, 100, it depends. Express, you can actually go through the normal portal. I think normal portal is like 50,000 for international, fine, but time. The next thing for me was letter of good standing from Pharmacists Council in Nigeria, and I did that 100,000. So you know that if you're not a pharmacist like me, you will skip all that part and just go to West. So for West now, I think West is about 2 something, I'm not sure, I didn't check, to be honest, and I don't want to give a very but you're going to skip all of that part of my own, and you just go to your school, your transcript. And I feel like different schools with different prices, some have it cheaper, get your transcript, the amount, then West straight. So you people are good, you see that you are good. Before the medicals, I used the Ontario, so I paid about 1,450 to the government of Ontario, 1,450 Canadian dollars to the government of Ontario. I did that, and the next thing after that was my proof of fund. My proof of fund for government of Ontario then was 5 million. Yes, before it increased. Then I did my medical test. I did it at Q Live. I paid as of my time. I paid 47,400 or so. Let's just say 50,000. Then the next one is police report. Police certificate is 30,000. Although I heard that you're going to have to tip some people there. But my own story, maybe I'll even share it later. I wanted to, myself and my friend, we actually tipped. So he just sent the money to the guy, like just to tip, which is bad, definitely. But you won't believe that they reversed the money and we had already gotten our certificates. So we didn't have to pay. As it was just so funny in my head. I told my friend, I said, this guy, he will cost us, but I beg. Then what else? Then the application and right of permanent residency fee was also about 1,450. Let's say 1,450 Canadian dollars. I feel like we need to I don't want to do the conversion, because now dollar is like 1,000 Canadian dollar is like 1,050 naira or 1,070 naira. It's fluctuating. So yeah, so I couriered some certificates, like my birth certificate, my school certificate, the front page of my passport. I sent it to Canada. I used the courier, I used DHL, and then I paid 50,000. But now I think it's about 96 or 100. So you have to confirm these prices, right? Then my proof of fund, right now they've even increased the proof of fund. My proof of fund for after I got ITA, I put in 9 million naira. But don't be scared. Don't let the proof of funds scare you. Actually, don't let the proof of funds scare you. I mean, don't let it scare you. Don't let the money scare you. I'm not trying to scare you. It's just because, I got people ask that, oh, how much did you spend in total? And they want to plan. Don't let it scare you. It's just so that you plan yourself. And like I always say, and I always advise people, is that a step at a time. Just make sure you are doing something. Just make sure you are moving. Like, do you understand? If it's this month that you have your 60,000 naira for transcript, do it. If the next month that you have your 30,000 naira for courier certificate, to do it. Don't wait until you have all the money. You already know this thing. It's not making me look as if I'm shouting so much, but you people, you understand. I feel like that's all, to be honest. That's how much I spent. I think maybe I'll just I took a passport photograph too. There's this specification that government of Canada wants you to. I think I did it in Studio 24 and one other place. You don't have to do it in Studio 24. There's another place, but so far you meet the specifications. I think 30 times something, but you confirm it. They will give you information about it. I think I did that one. Was it 3,000 or 4,000 naira? So just add miscellaneous and everything. I think that I will total it all. The person calculating for us should just help us calculate. But maybe we should not use the 1,000. But if we want to use 1,070, fine. So, like always, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. Please make sure you ask me, please. There's no silly questions, please. And let me know the next video you want me to, to put out there. Please let me know, and I'm just going to be shooting the videos like ASAP. Thank you so much. Please do not forget to subscribe. I'm begging. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before, this is June. I don't know, but I feel like there's nothing impossible. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the month, June, end of the month. I know it's possible. We can make it possible. Please share amongst your friends. Any one of them that needs information, you can just send me, what's it called, a message. I'll reply. Also share, also follow me on my socials, June on every platform, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Thank you so much. Thank you always. Bye.